Hi, I'm Chris Adson, the Global Product Manager for Strength for Matrix Fitness. Today, I'm going to present to you the new Versa Functional Trainer. As part of the Versa series, you get the versatility you would come to expect with Matrix. Different than our Aura Functional Trainer, we've positioned this to be able to be modular. You can configure the unit whether you're going after a hospitality opportunity where it's price sensitive, or a full commercial dues-paying facility where they require fully featured equipment. Today I'm going to compare and contrast the difference of the Versa Functional Trainer with the Aura unit, along with commentary on our competition. So we'll go through the independent features one at a time and get you ready to sell the new Versa Functional Trainer. One of the first goals in our development was targeting a lower cost for the unit. We were shooting for 35 to 40% lower cost of entry in the market for the Versa Functional Trainer below the Aura. So whether it's a property management or a full facility, you'll have the ability to configure the unit to get to that price. One of the ways we were able to accomplish that goal was by limiting the weight stack and changing the pulley ratio to a 1-to-2 ratio. The current Aura unit uses a 1-to-4 ratio. Versa uses a 1-to-2. By going to a 1-to-2 pulley ratio, you're able to reduce the amount of weight in the stack by 50%, but your effective resistance at the pulley remains the same. There will be two different weight stack options, a 75-pound option per side or a 105-pound option per side. The effective resistance at the handle will still be the same as the Aura unit, except the cable travel will be limited. We will have about a 7-foot extension on the cable travel. On the 75-pound unit, you will still have the same effective resistance as Aura. On the 105, you'll actually have a little more. Why did we go to 105? Because we outspec the competition by a little bit. So if you're in a bid situation, you will have a slightly heavier weight stack option than our competition. When it comes to functional trainers, ease of adjustment is always important. So one of the critical design factors here was to have one-handed adjustment. With a carriage with a bar, you can grab with one hand and easily slide the pulley into different heights depending on the desired exercise. Height was another critical component when developing the Versa Functional Trainer. At 93 inches, it will still fit within an 8-foot ceiling depending on your install. What we did, however, if you notice, the pull-up bars are set about 6 inches down from the top of the unit. That allows about this much headroom for a person to be able to do pull-ups without having to worry about coming into contact with the ceiling. In addition, different from Aura and some of the other units out there, there are 3 different pull-up options up above, only one of which has rubber. To lower the cost of ownership and having a single slip sleeve of rubber on the outside, it's easy to maintain and replace should you have damage in the future. The other 2 grips are knurled, still providing good contact surface for pull-ups. Consistent with Versa are the placards as well. So we went with color coding of the different exercises to cue the user on the different types of exercises that can be performed on a functional trainer because the options are so many. Whether you have lower body in blue, core in green, or upper body in yellow, it cues the user to be able to give them an idea of what exercises they can do. We also went with simple exercises on the machine, not some of the crazy functional exercises that are available today. When it comes to placement of functional trainers, oftentimes they're in unsupervised areas. So shrouding of the weight stack is important oftentimes to the customer. One thing that we did an exceptional job with this time was using a similar material to the already existent Versa series. It encloses the weight stack completely with the exception of where the weight pin travels in the center. So on the sides, you have complete enclosure of the weight stack. The Cummerbund in the center, which is metal, also provides significant rigidity in the plastics. So you have a perception, a visual, and a feel of quality. Oftentimes our competitors will just use a simple sheet of plexiglass that's flimsy and held on only by a single bolt or 2. The problem with that is they're pulled on in these facilities and they often break and chip in the corners. So the perception of quality from an aesthetic and a feel will be significant with the Versa functional trainer. At install, everything looks good, but how do things hold up over time and how do they continue to look is also important. One of the key areas of damage on functional trainers are often at the bottom where accessories hit the frame. Typically, our competition, in order to hit a price point, will leave that area exposed. Shortly after install and after some use, you'll start to see damage of chipping paint or scratches on the unit. We took the extra step in providing a rubber frame guard at the bottom where attachments would typically hit. So when you do drop something on the machine, you do have frame guard and frame protection. So again, lower total cost of ownership over time. Consistent with the rest of Matrix product when it comes to cable stations are the flared pulley guards. These are designed to be able to protect the cable and the pulleys against damage during use. For example, if a person pulls it all the way to an extreme and pulls off to the side, the cable will be protected by that flared edge. Similarly, if a person allows the cable to retract quickly while attachments are on, it will not hit into the pulley and crack or damage the pulley. The Versa functional trainer will come standard with two handles, two standard D handle straps. Now we will have an optional package for accessories if you choose to order them for a facility. It's a nice bundle package called the Functional Trainer Handle Package. It will have 4 additional items pictured here behind me. You'll have the curl bar, a V-bar for tricep, an ankle cuff, and tricep ropes for extensions or curls. When ordering the Versa functional trainer, I want to cover the different color options that are available. When it comes to the frame, you have the standard color options that are available today. When it comes to the connecting brackets and the pull-up bars, the pull-up bars are shared depending on whether you order the 18 or the 30-inch, it's the same. They pivot up in the corners. The storage will always be matte black along with the pull-up bars. We do this so that they can be configured on site, whether locally or in the country of origin. The frames are still available in the standard colors offered by Matrix. One of the versatile options with the unit is in the configuration of an increment weight. Oftentimes, functional trainers deliver a 5-pound increment in between weight plates. We created an increment weight that can be placed on the top of the stack to allow for a 2.5-pound effective resistance at the handle change in between plates. You simply put this in on the top plate, and at the lightest weight, the pin can go directly on the top, or again, you can go in 2.5-pound increments all the way throughout the stack. One of the other options that are available on the Versa functional trainer are the storage in between the two weight stacks. The one shown behind me is the upgraded version with the 30-inch connectors with storage trays. These allow you to put accessories inside the unit, keeping it in one confined space, whether it be kettlebells or medicine balls. Oftentimes, hospitality situations or small apartment buildings are very limited in space and don't have the money, the space, or the ability to put in separate storage units. This keeps all of your product in one area. The same is true for small personal training studios. It makes it more convenient for the user and the trainer to have accessories and additional options all available in one confined space. The other option would be to use a basic 18-inch storage connector. As you can see, this one has nothing more than storage hooks on the connection bar. It's 18 inches, which will make the back of the unit a little bit shorter. You'll have two, one on top and one on the bottom. It does nothing more than store handle accessories for the unit. The additional storage trays are only available on the upgraded 30-inch connector brackets. So in summary, let's look at the 3 top takeaways for the Versa functional trainer. Number 1, configurability. You have the option of a light stack or a heavy stack. You can add features like a functional trainer handle package or an increment weight. And you also have the option of 18-inch or 30-inch additional storage. Number 2, price point. Targeted during development was a 35 to 40% price reduction on the unit over our current Aura unit. Again, remember, we achieve this by reducing the total amount of weight in the stack by going to a 1-to-2 pulley ratio. And number 3, unique features. Whether it's the 93-inch height with the drop-down pull-up bars allowing you to do pull-ups in an 8-foot ceiling, the fully enclosed shrouds protecting the unit front and back from any user entry, or the frame guarding on the unit, you have unique features, configurability, and a price point option to allow Versa Functional Trainer to be a winner in the market.